he's been this, and my father gave me my nightmares, but he was also my comforter. So I get this hugely, this part of the story. So
Yes.
yeah, now that he's
Yeah.
gone, where do you find yourself?
This is really important, like a part of my story, because once he passed away, I felt so vulnerable.
Mm,
I felt so exposed, like I wasn't going to be safe. And that's because that layer from childhood of thinking that he was the protector over me. I felt so unsafe without him there. It took a long time to go through that healing journey. And, just lots of valleys, lots of more hardships. But I think that was the answer to your question.
yeah, no, and that's, I mean, I think that it's really important because the
Yeah.
complications around incest, particularly, because it's not like a neighbor abuses you and then you come home and you have loving people around you. This is in your home, and it's almost like he built this relationship of kind of being a parent or a husband to you, like all of your life. It's hard to say those things, but it's really the reality. And in my situation, my brother also abused me, and I loved him deeply.
Yeah.
People have a hard time understanding that. And it's why
Yes.
it's so important for us to, when I call investigating incest, it's bizarre because these bonds are built. While the abuse is horrible and we know it's horrible, we actually don't like it or want it. We have this bond with them. There's this secret bond that helps us somewhere. And so
Yeah.
I knew that when you said your brother then passed, that had to be hard for you because that's the place that you went to. It's why he got to abuse you into those years. And that's what's so important to also de-ravel is that while we find them as protectors, they're really abusers. And it's really hard. I remember the time when my counselor looked at me and said, Jody, you talk about your brother like he is an abuser. And I was so offended and I wanted to defend him immediately because I'd only
Yes.
protected him. I didn't want to share to anybody that he'd raped me as a child. I wasn't going to share that. I mean, when I was a teenager,
Yeah.
he raped me, but I didn't want to share that because he and I were buds. I loved him. And so I
Yes.
understand that part of the story and it's so important for people that are listening that no, that's love. Well, you know what? We can't protect abusers because the problem with that is no one gets healed in this situation. And the
Right.
abusers could continue to abuse other people. So it's really important to
Yeah.
talk about that and take away that stigma around talking, right? Because we protect these
Yes.
people that abuse us, right? Does that make sense?
Completely. Yeah. I really love what you're talking about here, because I had so much compassion for my brother when he had passed away. That love, like I had so much love and so much compassion. I felt so bad that his life was taken from him. And it took me a long time to just unravel all the layers and the confusion. And I looked at him as my idol too. I
Mhm.
have a
I
tattoo on my
understand.
wrist and it says, "Our big brother always protected us on the ground. Now he will do it from the sky." Like I used to
Oh,
see him as
wow.
this
Right.
idol in my life, and that's all I knew. And I remember going through my healing journey and sharing the abuse with my family. Um, I They did not take it well at all. There was a lot of backlash.